What if aging isn't the beginning of a slow decline, but the start of your most powerful awakening? For decades, society has framed aging as a process of loss of energy, opportunity, relevance. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if the years after 40 are not a retreat, but an ascent? As we approach 2025, a transformative realization is taking hold. Aging is not the end of something. It's the start of something extraordinary. It's a time of renewal, where experience meets clarity and purpose takes center stage. Think about it. By 40, you've gathered a lifetime of lessons, overcome countless challenges, and gained insights that younger versions of yourself couldn't have imagined. Those years weren't just about getting older. They were about preparing you for what comes next. Now, as you stand at this crossroads, the question isn't, what have I lost, but what can I become? This stage of life is a chance to redefine everything: your goals, your relationships, your impact on the world. It's a time to embrace your strengths, confront your fears, and step fully into the person you were always meant to be. Aging is not a fading light. It's a second sunrise, illuminating paths you didn't even know existed. The world around us is changing too. Collectively, people over 40 are rewriting the narrative. They're shaping industries, driving innovation, and transforming communities. This isn't just personal growth. It's a movement. Together, we're proving that life after 40 isn't a decline. It's an awakening. So what if aging isn't something to dread, but something to celebrate? What if this is your time to rise, thrive, and make the years ahead your most meaningful yet? This is your awakening. Will you answer the call? If this resonates with you, let the world know you're ready to embrace this transformation. Comment below with, "I am ready," to declare your commitment to this new chapter. Subscribe now to join a growing community of individuals redefining what it means to thrive after 40, and share this message to inspire others to step into their awakening. Together, let's turn aging into the most extraordinary journey of our lives. For much of human history, aging has been cloaked in a veil of misconceptions, often painted as a slow descent into irrelevance. Cultural narratives perpetuate this idea, portraying aging as a process of loss, of vitality, beauty, and purpose. It's as though society collectively whispers that life after a certain age is like the final pages of a book, where the story fades into silence. But what if this story is completely wrong? What if, instead of a downward spiral, aging is the unfolding of a richer, deeper chapter, one that reveals the true essence of who we are? Imagine aging not as a wilting flower, but as a tree whose roots grow deeper and branches reach higher with each passing year. A tree doesn't lament the passing of spring. It celebrates the strength of its trunk and the wisdom etched into its bark. Similarly, aging is not about withering. It's about gathering strength, resilience, and insight. The cultural narrative has told us to fear the wrinkles and gray hairs. But these are not marks of decline. They are badges of survival. Each line, a story. Each silver strand, a reflection of light that life has poured into us. The reality is that aging can be one of the most empowering and transformative experiences of our lives. With age comes a sense of liberation, a freedom from the insecurities and uncertainties that often cloud our younger years. It's like climbing a mountain. As you ascend, the path may be steeper, but the view becomes more breathtaking. You gain a broader perspective, understanding the patterns and connections that were invisible from the ground below. Aging grants us the ability to see the world and ourselves with greater clarity and compassion. Think about it. In youth, we often chase external validation, tying our worth to fleeting things like appearances or achievements. But with age comes the gift of turning inward, of discovering the immense well of strength and wisdom that has always existed within. This is not a decline, it is an awakening, a chance to peel away the superficial layers and uncover the core of who we truly are. It's a journey not of losing, but of gaining, a richer sense of self, a deeper connection to others, and a clearer understanding of what truly matters. But this shift in perspective requires us to challenge the cultural myths that have long defined aging. It's time to rewrite the script, to embrace the truth that aging is not a shadow descending, but a light expanding. By reframing this narrative, we can empower ourselves and others to see aging not as a limitation, but as a limitless horizon of growth, self-discovery, and transformation. Let's stop seeing aging as the end of the story and start celebrating it as the beginning of a new and extraordinary chapter. After all, the best journeys are those where the destination isn't the focus. It's the journey itself that makes it worthwhile. Turning 40 is like standing at the edge of a serene lake just before sunrise, a moment of stillness, reflection, and awakening. For many, this milestone marks a profound shift, not just in years, but in perspective. It's as if the inner voice, which may have been drowned out by the noise of youthful ambition and external expectations, suddenly grows louder and clearer. This is the season where intuition often begins to bloom, offering a compass that points not to what others expect of us, but to what our soul truly desires. It's no coincidence that people describe this phase as a calling or a pull. It's the gentle nudge of purpose, urging us to explore the depths of who we are meant to be. As we navigate this journey, we may uncover gifts we didn't know we possessed, much like discovering a hidden garden in the backyard of a home we've lived in for years. These gifts often take the form of heightened empathy, where we begin to feel the unspoken emotions of others as if they were our own. It's as though life has sharpened our senses, not in the physical realm, but in the spiritual one. This newfound ability to connect on a deeper level can transform relationships, making them richer and more authentic. We no longer seek to simply be heard. We long to truly listen and understand. Intuition also takes center stage during this awakening. It's not just a fleeting gut feeling. It becomes a guiding light, illuminating paths we might never have considered. This inner wisdom is like a trusted friend, whispering truths that align us with our higher purpose. We begin to realize that life is not a series of random events, but a carefully woven tapestry, where every thread has meaning, and every knot holds a lesson. Decisions once clouded by doubt are now made with a quiet confidence, as though we are finally learning to trust the voice within. This spiritual awakening often brings a sense of clarity, as if a fog has lifted to reveal a vibrant landscape we've been too busy to notice. We start to see beauty in the mundane, the golden light of a sunset, the rhythm of rain against the window, the laughter of loved ones. Gratitude becomes our default state, and with it comes a profound sense of peace. It's as though we've tapped into a wellspring of joy that was always there, waiting for us to notice. Yet this awakening is not just about personal growth. It's about connecting to something greater than ourselves. Whether we call it the universe, the divine, or simply the flow of life, we begin to sense our place in a grander design. This realization doesn't diminish us, it empowers us. It reminds us that we are both small and infinite, like a single drop of water that carries the essence of the entire ocean. Turning 40 isn't the end of youth. It's the beginning of wisdom. It's a sacred invitation to step into the fullness of our being, embrace our gifts, and walk a path illuminated by purpose and love. The year 2025 stands before us like a towering gateway, shimmering with promise and possibility. It is not just another mark on the calendar. It has been identified as a pivotal moment, a convergence of spiritual, collective, and cosmic energies that hold the potential to reshape the course of humanity. Much like the first light of dawn signals a new day, 2025 is being hailed as the beginning of a profound awakening, a time when the threads of personal growth and collective transformation are woven together to create a brighter, more unified tapestry of existence. The significance of this year is rooted in more than human intention. It is deeply intertwined with the rhythms of the cosmos. Celestial events, like the harmonious notes of a grand symphony, are expected to align in ways that amplify the energies of self-discovery and awareness. It's as if the universe itself is holding up a mirror, inviting us to look not just at our individual lives, but at the collective soul of humanity. These cosmic shifts are not arbitrary. They act as a catalyst, much like a gust of wind that propels a sailboat forward. For those who are attuned, these celestial movements will heighten intuition, awaken dormant potential, and ignite a deeper connection to the greater whole. But with great opportunity comes great urgency. Imagine standing at the edge of a river, swollen with spring rains, its currents flowing faster than ever before. To hesitate is to risk being left behind. The call of 2025 is much the same. It urges us to prepare, to act, and to align ourselves with the energies that will define this transformative period. This is not a time for passivity or procrastination. It is a moment to embrace growth with both hands and step boldly into the currents of change. The preparation for this pivotal year is both practical and spiritual. It requires us to shed old patterns, much like a snake casting off its skin, and to open ourselves to new possibilities. It is a call to cultivate mindfulness, to reconnect with our inner selves, and to heal the wounds that have held us back. On a collective level, it challenges us to rise above division and fear, to seek unity, and to recognize the interconnectedness of all life. 2025 is not just about what happens in the sky, it's about what happens within us. The celestial influence serves as a reminder that we are part of something vast and magnificent, that our lives are intricately tied to forces beyond our comprehension. Yet, it also underscores the power we hold as individuals to shape our reality. Each action we take, no matter how small, contributes to the collective energy that will define this pivotal year. As we approach this transformative time, let us remember that the seeds we plant now will bloom in the gardens of 2025. The moment to prepare is not tomorrow or next year. It is now. Let the urgency of this call inspire us to step into our fullest potential and embrace the dawn of a new era with open hearts and open minds. The world today feels like a storm-tossed sea, where waves of uncertainty crash against the shores of our collective stability. The chaos can be overwhelming, like walking through a dense fog where every step forward feels precarious. But beneath this turbulence lies a deeper truth. The upheaval we are experiencing isn't a sign of doom, it's a catalyst for profound change. Just as a forest fire clears the way for new growth, the challenges we face now are clearing space for a stronger, more resilient future. Change rarely comes wrapped in comfort. It arrives like a sudden downpour, drenching us and forcing us to confront what we'd rather ignore. The discomfort we feel in times of global chaos is not unlike the strain of a butterfly struggling to emerge from its cocoon, a struggle that, while painful, is necessary for the wings to form. In the same way, society is being stretched and tested. But these trials are what will ultimately shape a new era of growth and transformation. Resilience is the anchor that steadies us in these turbulent times. It's the quiet strength of a tree bending in the wind but refusing to break. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding discomfort. It means leaning into it, recognizing that every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. When systems falter, when old ways crumble, we are given the chance to build something better. It's a reminder that growth often springs from the soil of adversity, much like seeds that only sprout after the harshness of winter. Embracing uncertainty requires a shift in perspective. Instead of seeing chaos as a force that tears us apart, we can view it as the stirring of the earth before a great harvest. The cracks that appear in old structures are not just signs of collapse, they are openings for light to shine through. Each moment of discomfort is a lesson, each wave of upheaval a reminder of our capacity to adapt and evolve. Transformation doesn't happen in the safety of the known. It flourishes in the wild, untamed spaces of the unknown. This global chaos also serves as a mirror, reflecting back the areas where we need to grow both individually and collectively. It challenges us to question outdated beliefs, reimagine our priorities, and reconnect with one another in ways that truly matter. It calls us to be active participants in the creation of a future that values compassion, equity, and sustainability. As daunting as the storm may seem, it's important to remember that every storm eventually passes, and when it does, it leaves behind a landscape forever changed, ready to bloom with new life. We are in the midst of that transformation now. A time of disruption, yes, but also a time of immense potential. By embracing the chaos, by finding courage in the face of uncertainty, we position ourselves not just to survive, but to thrive. The world is not breaking, it is breaking open. And from this opening, something extraordinary can emerge. Those over 40 stand at the crossroads of wisdom and experience, much like seasoned travelers who have weathered many storms, yet still gaze eagerly toward new horizons. The leadership role of this generation is not just a call to direct others. It's a quiet, yet powerful invitation to guide with the depth of lived experience and the insight that only time can bestow. Just as a compass points the way to those lost in unfamiliar terrain, older individuals can offer direction to younger generations, navigating a world that's constantly shifting. Life has taught them the lessons of patience, resilience, and adaptation, making their guidance invaluable. They have seen the cycles of life, the peaks and valleys, and can offer perspective that helps others find balance amidst uncertainty. Their leadership is rooted in understanding, not authority, much like the gentle hand of a gardener that guides a young sapling without forcing its growth. These leaders have been part of the tapestry of life, threading their knowledge into the fabric of society. And now, the world looks to them to weave those threads into something new and cohesive. They possess a deep well of wisdom, shaped by decades of trials, triumphs, and lessons learned the hard way. This wisdom isn't just a gift for themselves, it's meant to be shared. Just as a river carves its path through mountains, their experiences can guide younger generations through the complexities of life, teaching them how to navigate difficulties, embrace change, and lead with empathy and integrity. By sharing stories of their own struggles and successes, they inspire others to walk their own paths with courage and clarity. But the role of those over 40 extends far beyond personal leadership. They are essential players in the collective transformation of society, like the roots of an ancient tree that nourish and stabilize the forest around it. This generation has witnessed vast societal shifts, from technological advancements to cultural upheavals, and their ability to adapt and learn from these changes places them at the heart of the healing process. They understand the importance of connection, both with the earth and each other, and have the power to bring people together in ways that younger, more transient leaders might not yet be able to. Their lived experience gives them a unique perspective on the importance of sustainability, not just in the environment, but in the structures that support human connection and growth. In a world that often moves at a frantic pace, the leadership of those over 40 provides the steady hand that can help guide society toward a more harmonious future. They can offer wisdom on patience, reflection, and long-term vision, which are crucial qualities in a time when everything feels instant and disposable. Their leadership isn't about commanding from the front. It's about walking alongside, offering support, and creating spaces for others to thrive. As mentors, advisors, and leaders, they have the ability to lead the collective transformation that society so desperately needs, helping to heal old wounds and build a future rooted in compassion, understanding, and shared growth. Their time is now, not as the torchbearers of the past, but as the architects of the future. Embracing purpose and change is like standing on the edge of a vast open field where the winds of possibility invite you to run free from the heavy burdens of the past. For so long, many have carried limiting beliefs about aging, holding on to the idea that with time comes decline, that the best years are behind them. These outdated notions, much like chains that keep a bird from flying, restrict the potential for growth and transformation. To embrace change, we must first let go of these fears, shed them like a snake casting off old skin. Aging is not a prison, but a passage, a doorway into a new chapter that holds untapped potential, waiting for us to step into it with open arms. By releasing the shackles of these limiting beliefs, we create space for something much more powerful: the freedom to grow, to change, and to live fully. Once we let go of the fears and false narratives surrounding aging, we make room for something greater, our true strength and purpose. It's like a seed buried deep in the earth, waiting for the right moment to sprout and reach for the sky. This is the time to acknowledge the power that already resides within us. The experiences of our lives, the triumphs, the failures, the lessons learned, have all been building blocks that have shaped us into who we are today. Stepping into our power means recognizing that all of these moments, however small or difficult, have prepared us for this moment of awakening. Just as a river carves its path through rock, the challenges of our lives have molded us into individuals with the wisdom and resilience needed to make a profound impact. Now is the time to harness that power, to act on the strengths we have cultivated over the years, and to align ourselves with the purpose we've always known was there, even if it was buried under the weight of doubt. This is not a time for hesitation. The moment for transformation is now. Change doesn't wait for the perfect conditions. It arrives like a storm, shaking the old foundations and pushing us to grow beyond our limitations. The call to action is clear. To embrace this awakening fully, we must step into the unknown, trusting that each step we take brings us closer to the person we are meant to become. Transformation isn't a distant dream. It's a present reality, ready to unfold the moment we choose to embrace it. Like the first rays of sunlight that break through the darkness of night, this awakening brings clarity and hope, showing us that the journey ahead is not just possible, it's waiting for us to take that first step. The time for transformation is not tomorrow, not next year, it's now. We are at the threshold of a new era, one where we no longer fear aging, but embrace it as a powerful force of change. It's time to rise, to step into our purpose, and to embrace the fullest potential of our lives. The world needs the wisdom, strength, and passion that only we can offer. Let go of the past, trust in your power, and walk boldly into the awakening that awaits. Aging is often viewed through a narrow lens, as something to fear or avoid. But what if we began to see it differently? Imagine aging not as the closing of a door, but as the opening of a grand, unexplored landscape full of possibilities, wisdom, and growth. Just as a tree grows taller and stronger with each passing season, aging can be a time of discovery and empowerment. It is not a decline, but a deepening, a moment when we begin to fully understand our strengths, our potential, and our capacity to lead. As we move through life, each year adds another layer of wisdom, much like the layers of a rock, each one contributing to the formation of a unique and beautiful structure. Aging is a phase where we can step into leadership, guiding others with the wisdom we have gained, just as a lighthouse directs ships safely to shore in the darkest of nights. We are meant to use this time to empower ourselves and those around us, to share the lessons we've learned, and to lead with compassion, experience, and purpose. Looking ahead to 2025, we stand on the edge of a turning point, a moment in time that has the potential to redefine our paths and the future of humanity. Just as a river changes course when it meets an obstacle, 2025 represents a time for personal and collective evolution. The cosmic energy, societal shifts, and spiritual awakenings unfolding around us offer a rare opportunity to align ourselves with deeper purpose and transformation. This is the moment to harness our growth, to contribute to a greater collective movement that will carry us forward. Each individual has a role to play, and together we can create a world that reflects our highest values of unity, healing, and progress. As we enter this new chapter, we are called to not only evolve ourselves, but to actively participate in shaping the future we wish to see. Just as every brushstroke contributes to the masterpiece of a painting, every action we take, no matter how small, adds to the collective shift that will define the world of tomorrow. The final encouragement is simple: trust in the process. Just as a flower knows to bloom in its own time, we too must trust that our journey is unfolding exactly as it should. The road may not always be clear, and the path may twist and turn, but each step we take brings us closer to the transformation we seek. The power to change, to grow, and to lead is already within us. The time to act is now. Do not wait for the perfect moment. The moment is already here. In this breath, in this step, trust in your ability to contribute, to evolve, and to make a difference. Step forward with confidence, for 2025 is just the beginning of a magnificent new chapter. Embrace this time, take inspired action, and watch as you and the world around you transform into something extraordinary. If you're ready to embrace your journey of transformation, share your thoughts with us. Comment, "I'm ready" below, and let's inspire each other to step into our power. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more empowering insights. Together, we can create a new era of growth, leadership, and change.